Good morning. Thanks for joining us here in Frederick at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm Dean Jones, and I'm here to present a really nice brand new Super C we just got in. It's a Renegade Verona. It's a 2024. It's a 40 VSB. It's in the kinetic color on the outside. It's a new color that I haven't seen before, so this is one of my first time seeing this paint package. Very nice, very dynamic. It's on the M2 106. Just for the people who want to know if it'll fit in your barn, the overall length of this coach is going to be 39 feet 10 inches. The width is 8 foot 3 inches, and the overall height is 12 foot 10 inches. So if you want to know if you can fit it in your barn or your RV parking, that's what this one measures. So it's just under 40 feet, nose to nose, which is really nice. So we'll just go ahead and get started. The stock number for reference is 5N231632. If you want to, call us up and you want to reference this particular unit, that's how you do it. We're just going to go ahead and start with the chassis here. It's an M2 106 plus chassis. Come around this side and we'll kind of get a look under the bonnet here. What's nice about the Verona is it boasts an 8.9 liter Cummins. It's a 360 horsepower, 1150 foot-pounds of torque power plant. As you see, you got great access to check your fluids, your filters. Here's your dipsticks. Got that great old Cummins red on there, reddish orange. One thing to point out about the Freightliner chassis, you do have breakaway bumpers here in the event you hit, wildlife on the road or something like that. It's going to break the bumper off and not run it into your tires, so you can get to a shop and get it repaired. That's the driver's side of the engine compartment. Over here, you'll see the same thing over here. We've got another breakaway bumper. This is where you put your washer fluid. You do have an air filter with you got a little monitor check on it, your coolant. Just really easy to kind of get in there and service that guy. Plenty of power. This 8.9 is really going to get you up over the hills. A lot better than that S2 chassis. If you're looking for power and price, it's a great combination on this coach. Soft close hood. Great big headlights. And you'll notice there's a side camera on both sides, and what that's going to do is give you a nice little purview in your camera screen, anyone in your blind spot as you turn your turn signals on. This one has been supplied with Bridgestone tires all the way around. We've got a 295, 75, 22.5 wheel. Great non-slips treaded steps up to the coach. As you'll notice, you got a lot of handles to pull yourself up there. Real easy to get in and out. Great nice air ride seats in this guy. Great one-piece fiberglass cap on this coach. And that does have a sleeper in it. We'll show you that in a little bit. I have the stairs locked open, but you can turn those on and off, and they're mechanical steps that come in and out. You have this beautiful sidearm awning with your LED lights going through there. It does have a wind sensor. It's not blowing very well today, so I thought I'd demonstrate just how nice that awning is. Come around here, we'll kind of show you some storage. One thing about Renegade, we touch on it all the time, is that their doors are dual catch doors. Nice insulated doors. Got a great carpeted storage bay here. We do have an outlet here, and we've got lights throughout. You get a look at that. And this storage, if you get it from this side, we do have some slide locks. We do have your air hose if you want to plug in and to the air compressor and air up tires or life wraps or whatever. But you can see there's no partition there, so you can put real long items in there. And they shut real nice, they catch real nice, they're always aligned, as you see. Renegade's a really good company about that. We do have a smart Samsung TV in here with the sound bar. You can Bluetooth your phone into the sound bar and have music out here, have the game on when you tailgate. It's a great system. Above here, you'll see that's just a vent for the oven in there. It's like your range hood right there. That's where it exhausts. So we do have nice frameless tinted windows around the coach. And another gigantic storage space there. Now keep in mind, this is a Super C. We do have a drive shaft coming from the motor to the differential, so you're not going to get any pass-through right here, but you do have real nice deep spots to put stuff. Getting this beautiful Alcoa polished aluminum wheels on these Bridgestones all the way around. This offers you a little deeper storage right here. It's not quite pass through, but again, it's lit, it's insulated, and it's nice and carpeted. It's gonna keep your things from rolling around and making noise when you're going down the road. Another little storage there for littler stuff. Again, shocks, 2 catches, great system. This one does have the mud flap all the way across. It's all cut out with the Renegade logo. It's a good looking mud flap, but we do have this beautiful back cap here. I love this new paint feature they've done here. You do see your backup camera as well. One thing to point out, you do have a 2-piece back cap. Everyone boasts a big 1-piece back cap, but say you run into something at a gas station or a campground, you can replace this bottom piece without having to replace the whole back of your coach. Love that design feature with Renegade. LED big bright lights, you can't miss them. It's gonna be a safer ride going down the road with these nice brake lights up here. You have this beautiful 20,000 pound hitch. This thing will pull 20,000 pounds. So if you have that race car, that stacker trailer, that big horse trailer, whatever you gotta pull back here, this will handle it. You've got a Voyager camera system on this guy. You can actually camera up all your trailer stuff, throw it right in there, and there's a button just to switch back and forth from the regular camera system to the Voyager camera system. I'll show you that in the chassis. We do have a 7-way pin here. This one is equipped with a brake controller. We have a big stout trailer hitch here, and we have reducers so we can get you to a smaller stinger if you need it. Coming around this side, this is our power station, basically. Got a nice 50 amp cord. Pulls out, goes through this little port here, but when you're done using it, you can just reel it up with the motor. So, gotta have that. You also get a look. They supply you with a nice 50 to 30 dog bone, we call that. And they also have that surge protector transfer switch in there. If you want to get a look in there. With a GFCI in there. Here's our beautiful, quiet diesel Onan 8,000 watt generator. It's running right now. As you hear it, you can barely hear it. It runs off your 150 gallon fuel tank, or 100 gallon fuel tank, I'm sorry. Got it confused with water. We have a sewerage hose right here, storage for that. Supplied from the factory. Over here we have our wet bay. Real simple. A couple things about the way they do it over here. They actually etch the labels into this metal. They will never wash off, they'll never peel off. They're not labels, they're actually CNC'd into this panel. So you will always know what these things do. We got black tank wash. Make sure you're hooked up and open before you use that. Here's your cable inlet. Gray water gate valve, black water gate valve. You have 75 gallons of each on storage on those two. What's nice about these gate valves, they're not the big plastic clunky ones hanging outside, getting dirty, getting mucked up, getting broken. They're in here where they're safe. They're also warm. Great place for them. We have our tank monitor here. We've also got a hose here that you just wheel out just like that cord I showed you. It goes right to your water source, fills it up, and you can always retract it. You're not dealing with another hose and taking up storage on that. Spigot and a low point drain, hot and cold. And then your tank fill system. You can go city water or tank fill. It'll just either go your city water pressure all the way to your faucets, or you can avert it, go to your tanks and fill up that big 150 gallon, the two tanks that are 150 gallons of fresh water. We also do have a 6,000 gallon fresh water filtration system. Not only does that make your water taste better, and you can change different type of micron filters in there, but it also keeps your whole coach from calcifying, because some of those places you're gonna go are gonna have hard water. So we like that as well. Here's a tank, and you see you do have kind of, here's your sensors, 50%, 100%. This is kind of what gives those monitor panels the read on it. It's the electronics right there. But you also have this is where you hook up your sewer hose that I showed you. And it goes through this little port right here, and it goes into your dump station. Got a good look at that, pretty simple. Here's the other tank. So just a little bit of plumbing, not a whole lot of storage there, but if you need to access your tank, it's right there. Or those little monitors, it's real easy to get to. So over here, we have our AquaHot. It's a 250D, and what that does, for those of you that are moving up from like a fifth wheel or a trailer up to a Super C, this is a hydronic system. And what that does is it's a boiler that goes through all these registers through the coach. They're kind of hidden in plain sight. We'll kind of point one out when we're inside. But it gives a glycol loop, It's kind of like a baseboard heat in a nice condo or something. It's a really nice, quiet heat. It also heats your hot water, and it's unlimited. So the hydronic system's a step up from the propane furnaces and the propane water heaters. So that's where you get that at this level of Renegade. The Valencia has the old propane styles. And you have a little bit of stuff to put there if you want to put some glycol or whatever. Over here, another little storage. We do have an inverter, solar controller. Speaking of solar, this thing is equipped with 3 200-watt solar panels with that monitor, and that is 600 watts of solar up top. That's how we ordered it. We got our inverter right there, and that looks like a 3,000-watt inverter. We didn't go lithium on this order. We wanted to keep the cost down a little bit, but we do have AGM batteries. Now, you know, everyone's kind of wanting the lithium, but some people don't like lithium, and maybe they're going to be in colder climates and they're just a little worried about it. We went with AGMs here, and what's nice about that is they're maintenance free and they don't corrode. So it's the next best thing in my mind. I like the AGMs, and we do have cold cranking batteries here for that beautiful Cummins motor up there. Coming around here, you'll see we do have our DEF tank fill right here, and that 100-gallon diesel fill there on both sides. We do have an engine block heater right here. Nice big mirrors, nice big convex mirrors. Do have the antenna up there. Again, this is the driver's side. Here's that brake controller. This is your steering wheel tilt. Just some stuff from this angle. We do have a shutoff right here I wanted to show you if you want to get a look that way. See this little red button? That's your chassis shutoff right there. You can get all the drains and everything off that thing by hitting that off when you're storing it. And we'll go check out the inside of this beautiful piece. So I kept the slide closed. Wanted to show you the storage underneath. It's a little easier to get to them. But also to show you just the great amount of room you have walking through this coach when you're going down the road. Well, when you're not open anyways. Coming in here, this is the Cypress interior. That's all these colors, the window treatments. This is a driftwood cabinet. It's kind of their middle of the road, nice mid-tone brown cabinets. But we do have all this walkway here. You can see I can get to the refrigerator if I want. I can get to the mid-bath right here. This is a bath and a half, by the way. Get in here, no problem. It's great space in here without having to open the slides. I will open the slides now on this great panel here. You see the beds coming out. It is a 2-slide unit. This particular floor plan is great if you have a big family. Maybe you're doing some motocross racing or a racing circuit. You've got two of them in the sleeper. This makes a bed, this makes a bed, and you have your master bed. You can sleep 7 to 8 people up in here. And you have 2 bathrooms to facilitate all that. Now the mid-bath's a little bit, it's a dual purpose bathroom. It's for when you do have a lot of people in here, but also when the slides are closed, you're really not going to want to access that back bathroom unless you want to crawl over the bed. So they were nice enough to put a nice mid-bath right here, but we'll go ahead and start in the master bathroom. Wouldn't call it a full-timer bath, but it's definitely nice to have. Got a nice Nego angle shower. We'll start here. Coming in here, I'm 6'1". You see I have the skylight. I have plenty of headroom. I've got a wand here. I can move this up or down, depending on how tall you are. But a nice brushed nickel faucets. Nice texture on the wrap here. This is one of those doors that don't swing, so it's like a barn door. You don't need any room here to open and close that door. I don't know how much you can see in here, but we have some storage right here for little knickknacks, what have you. Got these really nice shelves here that would work really good for little rolled up towels, or you got a little linen closet up here. All solid surface countertops throughout the whole coach. This is a kind of a Corian material. It's not going to peel on you. Nice place to put your paper there. You can get access to your plumbing. You can also store stuff there. This is a molded sink, a little bit deeper than most. And we have this nice medicine cabinet right here. Really nice lighting fixtures. We have a duct to get the AC in here. We also have heat right here. This is those little registers I was telling you that were hidden in plain sight right there. We have a fantastic fan to get the steam out when you're trying to get ready for that race. Or going, you know, get ready for your day. This is supplied with a king bed. I'm gonna open this up real quick to show you. These are those two big water tanks I was telling you about, 75 a piece. They're inside. If your furnace is running, it's gonna keep those nice and warm. It's a great place for them. You have access to your water pump, your plumbing. You also have a prop stick if you want to get there and mess with any of that stuff, but you really shouldn't need to. We do have storage above the bed. You can get a look over here probably from that side a little better. We have a nice 110 right there. That might be good for a CPAP machine or something to that effect. It's all wide open from end to end. We do have a little multiplex panel here, and that's going to allow you to do, you know, turn ceiling lights on, just turn some stuff off if you forgot to turn them off on the way out, on the way to bed. We have nice reading lights here, and they're directional. What's nice about their slide here too, and you can get a look at this, these windows actually open. So not only are you getting light on both these, if you want to get a nice little cross breeze between these two windows, you could do so. And we have 110 with two different USBs here, and that'll give you, you know, place to charge your phone, what have you. They're really thinking of everything. And we've got nightstands on both sides. You can get a look at that one. Of course, we have a solid door. It does lock from the inside on that barn door track. Then we have some hanging space here. So his and hers, whoever's, you got two closets here. And all this drawer space. You should have plenty of space to put your clothes when you're traveling. Another little Samsung TV up here. We do have day and night shades throughout the coach. This would be an emergency exit. Again, solid surface countertop. This is where we're going to put all your audio video. You can get your remotes through this glass. You want satellites, gaming systems, what have you. A little more storage there. If you want to come around here, I'll show you. We have two panels. I'll just go ahead and demonstrate them real quick. This is a great place for one, because you could do all your work here, you know, after you get ready to go, oh, I forgot to turn the generator off, or I want to program a generator for tomorrow. You could do it all right here. We've got our light master. We've got our temperatures, our tank levels. We have a full light panel if we want to kind of customize the lighting. Maybe you're watching a movie or something. This is your kind of your power management system. And this is where you can get in and program your generator to start on a certain temperature or a certain battery level. Here's your HVAC, real simple to use. Notice you have heat pumps. Heat pumps are in the ACs. You've got two 15,000 BTU ACs on the top of this coach. But if it's not real cold, you just want to take the bite out of the air, you can pop these heat pumps on. It's going to pump a little bit of hot air through those air conditioners. That's really nice. Then here's your aqua hot. We got our front bath and rear bath fans that I showed you back there. And this is where you're going to run all your window shades, your slides, and your awning. And then if you want, you can get in here and you can do a mobile app. What's really nice about this is you download this app, you put this code in there, and you can run your slides from your phone. You can pretty much do anything you can do on here on your phone. It's a really great thing. I'd show you, but I don't carry my phone on my videos. It rings too much. So at any rate, that's that system. And we'll keep looking at the storage here. It's a good shot of that big closet. A lot of space for hanging. Soft clothes. And again, with soft clothes, it's a nice feature. We all pay extra for that when we redo our kitchens and baths. In a motorhome, it's a little different because it kind of pulls them in and it keeps them from rattling when you go down the road. You see they're kind of snug. I like that feature about these. It's a perfect application for soft clothes. And that's the master. So we'll kind of continue over here. You'll see that this one was ordered with a Splendid washer and dryer. That is a 110 stackable, much like you're going to find in an apartment. Works real well. Dryer is vented outside, so you're going to get the debris that's going to dry like it's supposed to. Right underneath this thing, you'll see this another little these little louvers here, and that's where that register is from that aqua hot, and it's pushing hot air through there. So they're kind of hidden in plain sight, like I said, but really well done. I'll let you get by me here so we can look at the mid bath. Not a whole lot going on in here, but it is nice to have that bath going down the road when your bed's in the way of the other one. Like I said, here's that fantastic fan that you have on that panel I showed you. One thing about these little panels here, maybe you can get a look at this. I don't know, maybe it's too tight. But these little arrows here, there's dimmers. So if I want to hold this down and get a little less light, in any of my rooms that have those arrows, you can do that. Or you can run your batteries low. I'm just kidding. Here's the vanity light, on, off. You can also run this fan right here. We have a nice counter vanity, kind of corner one. Solid surface. Here's more storage underneath, more access to plumbing. You do have a GFCI here, and these are important to know because you might have a GFCI trip. You might need to know where they're at in case you can't plug something in the living room or something. You always want to know where those are. And it's really nice, deep medicine cabinet. Love the lighting. Love the nickel fixtures. Just and you also have a window that opens right here. Really important in the bathroom. So coming over here, we do have a pantry. Go ahead and take a peek at that. Pantries are always good. This is going to be your power station. So we have 110 breakers here, a few of them. You'll know if something's off. You just got to reset it like you do your house. This is your fuse panel. What's nice about these fuses is they come equipped with these little red LEDs. If one of these blow, you'll see that it needs replaced, and you won't have to pull every one of them out or resort to any of this. So that's your legend. You also have some specs right here. Some of the colors and the accents and all that color codes right here. Customer service number for your Renegade there, to know where that's at. And we have a nice Samsung TV here. It does come out, move around. Good place for spices, narrower stuff. And you have all the storage down here. Another feature about the Verona is all these seat belts. I have the seat belts kind of demonstrated here. Plenty of places to strap people in going down the road if you have that big party. This is a says heat, massage, really nice couch here. So this is not a sleeper. I thought it was a sleeper, I'm sorry. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sleeper, I'm sorry. I misspoke earlier, but I just didn't see those recliners in there. But we'll go through some storage here. Open those up. Notice how they stay up. Easy to load, easy to unload. While I'm here, I just noticed that we have a tracker in here. These trackers that we use for lot management, but we also sell these guys. If you are worried about anyone taking your coach and the whereabouts of it, these are great trackers. We do offer them in our finance department. You might want to ask about them. Tells you in real time exactly where the coach is. So it really helps us here because we have a big campus. We're always looking for these things. And believe it or not, sometimes they're hard to find. Nice booth here. We do have another multiplex. Again, we do have day and night shades, cup holders, USBs for charging. This guy here is pretty simple. You just unlock it, push it down. It's a little stiff because it's brand new. Fill it in with these cushions. It should be right here in the storage. You have these cushions, and it makes a nice bed there. You ready to go back to using it as a table? You just pull it up, pop this bar over, and you're good to go. Over here to the galley. Really nice convection. This is where you're going to do your baking. As you can see, it's quite big. You could do a nice casserole, maybe even a small bird, something like that. You could do definitely bake in there. This is not a propane coach, so we do have induction. It's all electric. Your true induction is where you're going to do your stove topping, and that little flap outside I showed you is where the air exhausts out of here, which is nice. Beautiful tile backsplash. Great colors in this coach. Again, nice soft closed doors, plenty of places to put pots and pans. We do have this Samsung residential refrigerator with an ice maker and a chest freezer. Just an awesome setup. Looking above that refrigerator, you do have another audio video cabinet. You can tell when you have this glass because your remotes need to kind of penetrate, and they don't do very well in hardwood cabinets, but you do have places to put your satellites, your gaming systems, your DVD players if you choose to use one. Another storage up there, another good place for pots and pans, if you will. Here's all our manuals, but a nice place for dishware. Get a look at this beautiful undermount, really deep stainless sink. Plenty of utility in there, and you have a nice sprayer on your nickel faucet. Nice window to kind of see what's going on in your campsite as you're cooking for your family. A place for your trash here, they supply that with. Nice cutting board there. And a cool slide cabinet you can put plenty of goods in. I believe that's new for this year. Come up to the top here, we do have a little bit more storage here. We do have a shut off here. We have a stair button here. We do have our fire extinguisher and a nice little multiplex to walk in and kind of light the coach up as you're walking in until you get to your panel and your main thing. Or again, you can run it from your phone. You could be sitting on a chair outside underneath your awning, pop on the lights on your phone and walk in. So plenty of utility there. Another TV for your sleeper up here. And how this works is it just pins in with these guys, pop them out. This just makes a mattress. Put your ladder down and you're good to go. And when you want to drive, just take these pins out, throw them in here where they're stored. And it's a lot easier to get in and out of this chassis. So speaking of the chassis, we'll kind of go over that. It's an M2 106 Plus. This is supplied with a smart level EQ system. That's a hydraulic leveling system. You just hit this auto level and you're level. When you want to go, you can retract. If you feel like you're still a little off and you want to bump a corner up a little bit, you do have the ability to do that there. Real simple system. And it'll beep at you if they're down, or if they're down a little bit, it'll beep at you and you'll just know that we can't take off yet because it's got that warning device on it. We have our standard HVAC, AC, heat, all your different fans up, down, defrost, all that stuff that you do every day. Ashtray there if you choose to use one. We got a USB charger there. You do have some options. This is docking lights, but you also have switches if you want to do some other lighting systems or maybe a horn or whatever you want. You can do the auxiliary switches without having to, wire through the firewall and put new switches in. So you have some options there. This is a differential lock. If you get in that mud and you want to get both tires spinning, you can hit that. Your suspension dump's really nice. Is you're going to be, if you're going to own a Super C, you're probably towing something. If you're towing something and you back up to it, it's not always going to be the same level. So you can dump it a little bit, get that trailer hitch to line up. Here's the switch for your trailer or your truck or the coach lights that I was telling you about with the Voyager system. This little motor button here, new to me, but apparently if this were to ever go in limp mode and you're on a highway and you really need to get it off the highway and get it to a service center, you can turn the limp mode off, which is absolutely great. I'm learning a little bit more about that. This is kind of a new chassis to us. Your lane assist, you can turn that off if that's bothering you, and your advanced braking system, you can turn that off if that's not comfortable, but why you would, we don't know. We were talking about that earlier. We have work lights, footwell lights, cab step lights, and a hazard button there. With all of our diesel pushers and our diesel chassis, you don't really have a park gear like you do when you go, get in the car that you drive. But you do have a gear shift here, drive, This is a 6-speed Allison. It's got an overdrive, but as you drive, you can manually shift it that way, up and down. You also have an engine brake right here that you step. That's how you do your engine brake. That's drive. This is reverse. Now, when you go to shut it down, you just put it in neutral, pop out your parking brake. That's basically your park gear. So that's the only thing different really from this and what you drive every day. Pretty simple. We do have our phone. We do have our computer here and our stereo, stuff like that. Really easy to read gauges, and we do have a, like I said, you can move this up and down as you need it. And that's pretty much the chassis. We do have a Garmin. This is going to be your radio. Let's see if I can turn this on. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I do. Give me a second. I'll show you this guy. So you do have your phone. You can hook up, your phones to it. You have. Let's go ahead and retract those. That's just the warning I was telling you about on these guys. So we're good. We just have, we got to figure, but we do have a nav on here. But say you want to navigate and your co-pilots want to plug in it, you can just pop this off, give it to them, they can navigate for you. There we go. But that's that system anyway, so. Got those up. And now with this guy, go back over some of those stats that we were talking about, just to kind of summarize. It's a 360 horsepower, I'm sorry, 8.9 liter Cummins. It's got the 6-speed Allison. So the Freightliner M2 chassis with 1,150 pound-feet of torque. Great running up the mountains and that kind of thing. We do have a length of 39 foot 10 inches, a width of 8 foot 3 inches, height of 12 foot 10 inches, just a couple under 13. 20,000 towing. Your GVWR on this coach is going to be 34,300. We got 100 gallons of fuel, 150 gallons of fresh water, 75 gallons of gray water, 75 gallons of black water. Braking, any questions about that? You got discs in the front, drum in the back. We got two 15,000 BTU ACs with heat pumps. I believe that awning is about 13 feet. So if you have any questions about that. My name is Dean Jones again. I have a direct line of 303-684-3424. I have a cell number 720-347-7063, or you can email me any questions about this or any other coach at dean.jones@transwest.com. Thank you for visiting with us and watching us today. Katie's coming out next with a bunch of echoes she's going to go through the differences of. Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next Wednesday.